All protocol observed. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Today is a day that we experience something that 7 months ago was only a dream. Actually, it was an idea. And even as we signed up to do what we have done today, it was something that for some of us, like me, was something that was completely new. So I'd like to thank you all very much indeed for finding the time and committing to attend the launch of Volume 1 of the SheLeads Leadership book, which is a collection of leadership lessons from 17 phenomenal women, as we have been told earlier, who are leaders and most of whom are present here today, I believe. I also wish to thank God the Father, who made all this possible, because without him, it wouldn't have happened. I'd like to also thank the publishers who are Zion Pearl, publishers who challenged me to write and who honored their end of the contract every step of the way. You woke me up. Do so. And the much appreciation also goes to my co-authors. Together, we made this possible. If it was only one of us, like Duso said again, it would have been an article. And lastly, I'd like to thank my family and friends, especially my daughters, who egged me on to accept the challenge of being a co-author in this book. I am grateful to all of you for being here. Like Maureen said, my name is Hellene Atieno. I'm a mother and a wife, and now retired. No, actually now refired. Refired. I'm a now refired banker. I have spent the last 30 years in the financial services industry. My journey as a co-author of this book started in November last year, after I made a decision to retire from the bank in October of the same year. When I was approached by Zion Pearl publishers to make a contribution, I thought, how timely. I then went on to grapple with thoughts of the imposter syndrome, where I questioned my prowess in the world of writing. This happens to many of us, especially women. Whenever we are faced with a new challenge, where we have to move into uncharted territories, I would soon find out that it is in those uncharted territories that our creative juices truly come to life. Isn't that true? Good. As I mulled over the suggested topics, it became very clear to me that the topics covered experiences that I had actually undergone at some point or another in my life as a leader, and not necessarily in the corporate world, but life in general. At that point, I knew that this would call for an authentic engagement with my audience. This deeply inspired me, as honesty is my top value. Over time, I have come to learn and experience the power and impact of a story that is authentically told. I was sold and easily picked a topic. As a confirmation that it was my time to write, I remembered a verse from the Bible. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 that says, "Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." Women, ladies, we are part of mankind. We are all leaders in our own right. And we need to train our minds to say yes whenever an opportunity arises. As women leaders, we are at a time in our lives where even when there is no seat at the table, we carry our own with our feminine energy. I watched a lady not too long ago at a male-dominated circle meeting in Mombasa, where all the leaders at the front were men. And she actually challenged them, took a seat, and went to sit at the front. It was very funny, and we all laughed, and some of the men were even helping her to carry that seat. But the message was home. This book is about wholesome leadership. Lessons as shared authentically by women. The knowledge shared in this book should be used to develop leadership in general, while enriching our leadership philosophy for both men and women. Women leadership is unique, powerful, and absolutely necessary. We have more and more capable women leaders, young and old. The leadership agenda of this country is desirous of participation from all leaders, male and female across the board. This book has been written for all leaders. I need not belabor the power of gender inclusivity. As the Director of Operations Zion Pearl Publishers, Duso Radido, rightly alludes, and I quote, "It is clear that embracing women leadership is not only the right thing to do, but a powerful growth and development strategy." I know you agree. So go on, invest in yourself by gleaning from the leadership nuggets shared in this book. I chose the title, The Work-Life Balance. I will not go deeply into it. I will summarize by sharing a precept from that. Life throws us curveballs every so often. The balls are labeled work, family, friends, finances, etc. It is a constant juggle. The juggle is amplified more when you are a woman in leadership at the center of it all. How you balance out all this with grace and poise takes a great deal of personal work, unending reflection, and readjustment, if only to achieve a balance, a state of bodily equilibrium where we function at our best. At its core, leadership is just that, leadership. It is not gender sensitive, is it? Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And as the Japanese would say, arigato.